Shirley Muldowney, tell me about Billy Williams. That's your next opponent.
I don't know much about Billy. I know he was very good in the alcohol classes. He's a real nice guy. I think he's a pretty good driver, but I don't know much about, you know, how consistent his equipment is. I'm hoping it isn't too consistent.
For Shirley, she has been the picture of consistency throughout this event. She qualified in the 550s, has been through eliminations in the 560 elapsed time bracket. A good start for Billy Williams. He's right alongside Shirley Muldowney, but then the superior horsepower pulling ahead, and Shirley wins it 5.65 seconds at over 245 miles an hour. Gary Beck, the quickest man in all of drag racing, coming up to race Connie Kalita in the second race of this round of Top Fuel Eliminator. Steve's at the finish line with Shirley.
Shirley Muldowney continues her march towards what could be a third World Championship title at season's end, but more important now, her second ever U.S. Nationals final round berth. She lost the last time she was in this position and doesn't intend for that to happen again. Congratulations, you're in the finals.
Thank you. What an honor.
565.
That's good enough. That may do it.
What Shirley thinks is good enough is her elapsed time of 5.65 seconds. The choice of lanes goes to the racer with the lowest ET of the previous round of racing. Here we have Connie Kalita looking over at his competition, the quickest man in drag racing. Gary Beck driving Larry Minor's car from El Toro, California. He has run 5.48 seconds. That would easily eclipse Shirley Muldowney's 5.65, but that was set earlier in the day. The track conditions are different. The atmosphere is different. And Kalita with a great lead. Something goes away at the very start on Gary Beck's car, and the upset of the race, Connie Kalita with a 5.68 seconds, 0.03 of a second slower, and Shirley knows she has lane choice in the finals when she meets her former crew chief, Connie Kalita, for the title, the 28th annual Nationals champion. Funny car eliminator, Don Prudhomme, nodding to his crewman. Sitting right in front of Don Prudhomme is 2,500 horsepower of nitro-burning Hemi engine. It's supercharged. It is fuel injected. The crewman turning on the fire extinguisher bottles and then lowering the fiberglass body down over Don Prudhomme. At the finish line, Connie Kalita.
All right, lane choice isn't going to be that big a factor, is it?
I don't think so. The driving is, though.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you and this lady meet, it's a bit of a war.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a hell of a good drag race.
You take great pride in trying to leave on her.
I wouldn't do that. It's ladies before gentlemen, isn't it?
The KG veteran Connie Kalita obviously enjoying himself here at the 28th Annual U.S. Nationals. He's in the finals of Top Fuel. Here, the first race in the semifinal round of Funny Car Eliminator, the quickest funny car in the world, Don Prudhomme in the near lane. In the far lane, one of the fastest ever, Billy Meyer. And this has got to be on both their minds. Steve had a chance to talk in the pits with Billy.
The world's fastest funny car, you, Billy Meyer, versus the world's quickest funny car, him, Don Prudhomme. What do you think?
I think he's going to be out in front of me somewhere because he's running so quick, and he's not running any mile an hour.
Shutting off early, you think?
It's shutting itself off, I think, but right now that didn't matter. So at some point in time, I think I'm going to be chasing him down at the other end. Hope I get there before he does.
Don Prudhomme, having recorded a 5.77 in the previous round, has got to be favored over this man, Billy Meyer. But every time Don Prudhomme seems to run quick, he hurts parts. He is beginning to whittle down his supply of aluminum engines, and they leave almost together. A great leave by Prudhomme, a little bit of flicker of flame, and Billy Meyer wins the race, coming from behind, just as he predicted, a 5.94 at over 252 miles an hour. Prudhomme builds the lead in the middle of the course. There you saw just a little flash of flame indicating possible some engine damage. The parachute out, that may have slowed him somewhat, but Billy Meyer wins the race over Don Prudhomme.
Well, Billy Meyer, it still takes a driver in one of these cars. Your starting line prowess paid off that time.
Yeah, I feel like I won the race.
You did win the race.
Yeah, I mean the whole damn race. Oh, me. I appreciate it.
This business is hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, how about that? It's gets kind of emotional after 7 days of this stuff. What
slowed down at 5.94.
Oh, did we really? What mile an hour?
I don't know.
I tell you, it was just what I talked to you about before. This little deal right here. He got out about a car out on me about 400 or 500 foot, and I said, please, bull, please. I guess he did.
Our last two cars in the semifinal round, Ken Veeney against Gary Bergen. We had a chance to ask Ken Veeney why, when he was at the top of the alcohol game, did he switch to nitro?
I always wanted to do it, and I just figured sometime I was going to do it before I quit, and I didn't really have the enthusiasm with the alcohol to really do good.
You've done it all.
I just didn't feel like I had anything to do, and I was bored.
He got rid of his boredom in mid-season as Ken Veeney moved to nitromethane. He has run a 5.73 at this event. He has to be favored over this man, the Orange Baron, the 1976 Nationals champion, Gary Bergen from Stanton, California. Veeney from Wadsworth, Ohio. Searching for a sponsor, but showing everyone in nitro racing what it's all about, and he goes up in smoke. There goes Gary Bergen, and Ken Veeney cannot catch him. Gary Bergen into the finals, 5.93 seconds. He takes the lane choice over Billy Meyer as they move into the finals, and Ken Veeney up in smoke. Gary Bergen, a happy man.
Gary Bergen, you won this race, back in '76, and this is your first final round appearance here since. You have lane choice with a 5.93 over Billy Meyer.
I'm glad. I mean, we wanted to do this for a long time, Steve. In the year after we won in 1977, I felt like that we controlled the race and we had to shoot prematurely come out, and we lost it. We've been trying to be in the final ever since.
Well, here you go against Meyer. Can you go any quicker, or do you even take the chance of trying?
I think it'll probably run quicker. We're going to try, I think.
Okay, Gary Bergen goes back to the pits to get ready for the biggest race in drag racing.
Steve, there's another team getting ready for the biggest race in drag racing. Connie Kalita has got troubles. You see a racing engine being stripped down to the absolute bare block. Parts and pieces being taken off, swapped around, trying to get ready for the finals against Shirley Muldowney. In funny car, it's Billy Meyer against Gary Bergen. Pro stock, Bob Glidden in the Ford against Iaconio Chevrolet. We'll be right back. At the U.S. Nationals, frantic action going on in the Connie Kalita pit area as he tries to prepare his car for the finals against Shirley Muldowney, where a bit of a contrast takes place as things are relatively calm around Shirley's car. Her crew going about their tasks of preparing the car. We'll be seeing that finals in Top Fuel in just a moment, but right now let's see who's going to win Pro Stock Eliminator. Will it be the Chevrolet of Frank Iaconio? He was a runner-up here before, and he has never won the U.S. Nationals title. His competition, though, is Bob Glidden, driving the Ford EXP. Glidden has been a national champion many times here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. He knows how to handle the pressure. Can he get the performance out of the car to take the win? Both cars concentrating on that series of lights known as the Christmas tree, and a great start for Iaconio. Just a few feet ahead as they leave the starting line. Can he hold on at the finish? He does. It is Frank Iaconio, the Pro Stock champion. 7.80 seconds. His speed 173 miles an hour. The race won at the starting line as the elapsed times identical. 7.80. As they approach the finish, you see how close it was. There they go, 0.04 of a second. Frank Iaconio, the champion.
As the Pro Stock finalists roll in here, I don't think either one of them knows who won. You won. Frank Iaconio, identical 7.80 elapsed times.
Really? Oh, my God. I knew I won. I saw the win light when I come to the traps, because the scoreboards are just a little ahead when you cross the finish line. I saw the light come on.
Right, that's the sound of Bob Glidden leaving here in haste. Had it not been for that light, you wouldn't have known, I don't think.
No. Other than that, it was so close, I couldn't tell who won.
Greatest ever victory for you here?
Yeah. The only other time I was in '76, I was runner-up, and since then I haven't done anything here.
Well, he's won 2 national events this year, the Winter Nationals and now the U.S. Nationals from New Jersey. Frank Iaconio defeats 5-time world champion Bob Glidden.
And Steve, he takes home some $18,000 for the Pro Stock Championship. Funny car eliminator and a bit of a switch. Gary Bergen moves over into the right-hand lane. He had lane choice. Throughout the day, the racer with the low elapsed time basically has taken the left-hand lane. He gave it to Billy Meyer. Will it make a difference? We'll find out in a few moments. Billy Meyer, way back in the early 70s when he was only 19 years old, was in the finals at the Nationals. He did not win that race. Gary Bergen, of course, a champion here back in 1976. As darkness falls, up in smoke goes Bergen. And there is the winner of Funny Car Eliminator, Billy Meyer. and he did not take it easy. He recorded an outstanding 5.91 second elapsed time at 247 miles an hour, one of his slower races of the day. And there's where Bergen lost the race. He smoked the tires, he lost traction. As in the gathering darkness, you see the flames of those nitro engines standing tall off the headers.
Well, the disappointment of that 19-year-old a few years back will now be replaced with a $30,000 smile on the face of Billy Meyer, his first ever U.S. Nationals victory. Congratulations.
Feels very good. Feels very good.
And very emotional.
Yeah, I'll just thank the Lord.
All right, Billy Meyer, whose young first son was born just last week, and this was for him, for Adam.
It's my wife.
And a big boost towards a world championship. A lot of points are paid here, more than any other race. Billy Bergen smoked the tires instantly.
I saw it. I think I was a little bit late. And my car leaves pretty slow and his left, and I saw him all of a sudden, and I went by him, so I just shifted it quick and just tried to get it down there. We probably, run 610 or something?
On the 590s.
Did we really? How about that?
Billy Meyer reflecting the emotion of the moment, but for Connie Kalita, it looks like we're going to have a race. He's just about got his car back together to run Shirley Muldowney in the finals of Top Fuel Eliminator and the most prestigious championship drag racing title of them all, Top Fuel National Champion. We'll be back in just a moment at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Who is America's leader in radials? Goodyear. We outsell all foreign radials combined. One reason, the Goodyear Wrangler, a light truck radial that's all season, all terrain, all position. Wrangler gives you outstanding traction, so you can take it just about anywhere. The Goodyear all-season Wrangler. It's one reason Goodyear is the leader in radials. No foreign maker of radials even comes close. When you need radials, come up to Goodyear.
The final pair of cars at the U.S. Nationals. It has taken 6 days to reach this point, but the Top Fuel National Champion will be decided in a very few seconds. Shirley Muldowney has never won this title before. She has won 14 other national events. She is the only person ever to win the Top Fuel World Championship twice. Her competition, the KG veteran, Connie Kalita. He won a national event title way back in the late 1960s. He won his second one this year when he defeated Shirley Muldowney in Montreal, Canada. Connie Kalita was the crew chief for Shirley Muldowney when she won her first world champion title back in 1977. He came back to the sport, has done exceptionally well as a driver, and is here matched up against Shirley in the finals of the 28th annual U.S. Nationals. Over $30,000 riding on this one single run. Shirley Muldowney against Connie Kalita. A great start for both cars, and Kalita drifts away out of the center of the track, and Shirley Muldowney pulls straight ahead for the win. She has won her first ever national title. The crew reflecting the glory that is Shirley Muldowney's at this event. Her crew chief, Ron Tobler, along with her son, John Muldowney, very happy, along with the rest of the crew. A great race for Shirley. Connie acquitting himself exceptionally well as Shirley Muldowney wins the Nationals.
Shirley Muldowney wins her first ever U.S. National Championship in the quickest side-by-side drag race in history, a 5:57 for Shirley Muldowney, some $30,000 to this young woman. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'll take that, Adolph. Shirley, tell me about the race.
We weren't that worried about him. He had to borrow a motor from our good friend, the Budweiser man, and we thought that was his downfall.
Okay, now this gives you a big lead towards a world championship. I don't think anybody can catch you now.
I don't think so either.
Congratulations again.
Thank you, NHRA.
The president of the National Hot Rod Association, Wally Parks, coming in for a hug. Boy, I like these lady champions. They're a lot more fun than the guys. Oh, and Wally, what a U.S. Nationals we had. Absolutely unbelievable.
Well, I think this is one of the most memorable ones I've seen. We're all so excited all day long, and it was just out of this world.
I think it's going to take us a few days to digest what we saw.
I think so. There was so much action, so many records that it's going to take a long time to go through all the results, but boy, it was a honey.
Right you are, Wally. A tremendous race, this 28th annual U.S. Nationals. For Steve Evans, I'm Dave McClellan saying so long from Indianapolis Raceway Park. The executive producer of Diamond P Sports is Harvey M. Palish, produced and directed by John B. Mullen. Coverage of the National Hot Rod Association US Nationals is a presentation of Diamond P Sports.